The Black Guerrilla Family, often called BGF, didn't begin as a typical prison gang. It was formed in 1966 inside San Quentin State Prison by George Jackson during a time when race, politics, and incarceration were colliding at full force in America. Originally, BGF presented itself as a revolutionary prison movement, influenced by Marxist ideology and black liberation politics. Its early stated goal wasn't street crime, it was resistance, opposing racism, protecting black inmates, and preparing for what Jackson described as a broader struggle against oppression. Members studied political texts, organized internally, and emphasized discipline and structure. But as the decades passed, the organization evolved. By the late 1970s and into the 1980s, law enforcement began identifying BGF not just as a political group, but as a structured prison gang involved in drug trafficking, assaults, and murders, both inside correctional facilities and on the streets. Federal authorities alleged that ideology became less central, replaced by power, profit, and control. BGF developed a hierarchical command structure. Orders were said to flow from high-ranking incarcerated members to soldiers inside and outside prison walls. Communication allegedly happened through coded letters, visitors, intermediaries, and corrupt channels, allowing leadership to maintain influence even while serving life sentences. Federal indictments across California and other states accused BGF members of operating drug distribution networks, especially involving cocaine and heroin, and of enforcing discipline through violence. Prosecutors described the organization as highly selective. Membership required approval, loyalty, and willingness to carry out orders without question. One of the most significant federal cases came in the early 2000s, when prosecutors charged BGF leadership with racketeering conspiracies alleging murders, extortion, and narcotics trafficking tied directly to prison-based leadership. These cases marked a shift. BGF was no longer treated as isolated prison violence. It was charged as organized crime. Law enforcement also pointed to BGF's influence beyond prison walls, alleging ties to street crews and drug distributors who operated under BGF authority. According to court filings, some street-level dealers paid taxes or followed directives originating from incarcerated shot callers, blurring the line between prison gangs and outside criminal networks. What made BGF different from many other prison gangs was its origin story. Even as federal cases stripped away revolutionary language, the legacy of political resistance remained embedded in its identity. That dual reputation, revolutionary roots paired with criminal enterprise allegations, made BGF one of the most scrutinized prison organizations in U.S. history. Today, the Black Guerrilla Family is designated by correctional systems as a security threat group, and membership alone can trigger isolation, transfers, or enhanced monitoring. Federal prosecutions continue to focus on communication networks, leadership influence, and outside connections, aiming to sever control from the top down. BGF's story is a reminder of how movements can transform behind prison walls, how ideology, survival, power, and crime can intertwine, and how the federal system responds when prison organizations are accused of reaching far beyond the cell block. This isn't just prison history, it's American history, written behind bars.